and try different wines.
Okay. What's your favorite wine? Red or white? Hold on, first.
Red.
Okay. All right.
I'm sophisticated.
A part of me was just like, y'all, we've been great. You're just now figuring it out, but we've been great. That's who we are. It's in our DNA.
To like do my Colossal Deadpool like impersonation, 1 or 2 moments, right? It's
And I'm sitting there in my head going, I wonder if I can somehow sniff the traffic going from the armband. It's got to be talking to an API or something.
to the next cocktail, to the next conversation. What up, C3 Squad? Welcome back. It is C3 Live. It's your boy. It's your auntie's favorite cousins, boyfriends, ex-baby mamas, neighbor down the street favorite host. It's David Lee. We're back with C3 Podcast. We are live. This is a quick live event that wanted to kind of celebrate. Not kind of celebrate. We wanted to celebrate. We hit a pretty big accomplishment this past week. Shout out to the COO of On the Corner Media and who is leading our charge for Ebony Ascent, Mr. Meng Terry. Congrats. Shout out to you. So we hit 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel this week. This was a big deal for us. This is one of the first milestones for us to set, because that means we actually get to set a custom URL for our YouTube channel, which will be youtube.com/Ebony Ascent. So we're super excited about that. Wanted to spend this time to celebrate and say thank you to everybody who subscribed. So this is streaming right now to the YouTube channel. So thank you for those of you who are checking us in either now or later. We appreciate you. It's because of you that we got to this point, and we don't forget that. We're building this content. We've been building this platform. We have been on this journey for you to make sure we're continuing to provide this content to take you guys on this journey with us and celebrate together. And let me fix, I got a little piece of hair. I'm going to flip it down there. All right, that's much better. It was bothering me. So, man, it's been fun trying to get to this ride. And it was really dope to see the team kind of come together and shoot for this and for us to get it. It was, I wish I could have recorded the meeting for you guys when we had it. We were super excited. This was something that, we put a goal down in front of and said, look, we want to hit this. And we wanted to hit it by this week. And we absolutely knocked it out the park. We went forward with it. And I'm excited, right? I'm excited about the growth, what we're seeing. We thank you for all the feedback, the engagement that you guys are giving us. We love it. Keep sending it, right? Let's keep connecting with us. Let's keep growing with this. We do have more content on the way. We are having some content planning sessions for some new content we're going to be dropping on the channel real soon. And I'll drop this now. So the C3 Podcast will be getting a little bit of a rebrand. We'll be changing some things. We're going to be bringing some new things to the C3 Podcast. Told you last time we're going to be doing more live events like this that you can see on the YouTube channel, and of course on ebonyascent.com. So right now at ebonyascent.com/live is where you can catch all the live events that we do on our platform, straight given to you. We love it. We will also still be streaming to YouTube and all the other platforms. We are going to be doing more content specifically just on our platform, because this is why we built it, because we want to be able to bring this directly to you. We don't want to be held back by any other platforms or what they can do, what they allow us to do. We're celebrating today the 100 subscribers on YouTube. That's great. But now we got to wait for YouTube and the YouTube gods to give us the ability to create that custom URL. So we just got to wait for that to pop up. But that's one of the reasons why when we started this platform, we wanted to have our ability to do our own thing and make sure we get that directly to you, so we don't have to be dependent on anybody else. So ebonyascent.com/live is where you can go and catch live content from us at any given time. We were going to be updating that page frequently to actually have these live events, and then you'll see some of the post stream live events on there as well, so you can go and look those up. So when you're out there and you're ebonyascent.com, of course, obviously, what do we want you to do? We want you to subscribe, join, become an Ebony Ascent member, so you get the emails, so you get access to all the content that we have. It's all free for now, but it's all free because this is just value that we want to give to the people for the culture to continue to build and grow. So thank you to everybody that subscribed. Thank you to everybody that's clicked that little button for the notification. We get the new uploads on YouTube. We appreciate you guys. Keep rocking with this. Send us comments. Let us know what you want to see, what's working, so we can continue to tailor this content and make sure that you are getting what you need to hear from us, right? You are ascending in the path that we want you to, that we're all here to do. And so this is going to be a short podcast. I'm gonna be very honest. Look, your boy's tired. I'm gonna be dead honest with y'all, man. No cap, your boy is tired. It's been a long day, but I've been thinking about what I wanted to do for this podcast, for this this kind of streaming event. Obviously, we want to do the celebratory thing and celebrate the 100 subscribers. I want to tell you a little bit about some of the content changes. There is a feature of the Ebony Set platform that I do want to tell you about, and that is our interactive business directory. So we are launching a business directory for Black businesses. So if you are a Black business owner, if you know of a Black business owner, head out to ebonyascent.com right now and check out our interactive business directory. There's a form there to let us know that you're interested in being a part of this directory. What we want to do is create a place, like a simple directory, where you can find Black businesses across the U.S. It doesn't matter where you are. So if you're in Texas, if you're in Idaho, if you're in Wyoming, why the hell are you in Wyoming? I'm just kidding. But if that's where you're at, reach out to us. We want to put your business on this directory. And we also want to build an interactive portion of it to let our audience and our customers know, your potential customers, your prospects, a little about who you are and what you do and why you're passionate about your business. So we want to build that and make sure that that's interactive. And so we're soliciting for businesses right now. So if you are interested in that, or you know somebody that's interested in that, tell them, hey, you need to head over to ebonyascent.com and check out their directory, fill out the form. We'll get back to you. Somebody from our marketing team will reach out to you, talk to you a little bit about what we have set up, and we'll get you set up when we launch that. We're looking to launch that here this summer and get that live. We want to make sure that we're contacting some businesses and getting that there. So it's there for you, people. So you have something there. You've got some good quality content to go connect with some of these businesses, because I'm telling you, there are some amazing business owners that are doing some things in the community. And we want to make sure that you know who they are and that you're connecting with them, right? Because that's what this is all about. It's about bringing everything together and making those connections. On the podcast front, I wanted to talk a little bit about, some principles that are near and dear to me, and that this week have actually been kind of a theme in so far. It's only Wednesday, right? But it's been a long week, y'all. I don't know about y'all, man, but it's been a very long week. But a theme that has come up this week is leadership. And I've had several discussions about this, and one very long discussion with a teammate of mine. It's about a couple of hours, and just talking about what some of the real kind of concepts of leadership, what they are, the principles, right? And what it means to be a good leader, what that looks like, and the things that you can do when you're starting to create and push and manage your team. And to me, it always comes down to some core principles that I was lucky enough to learn along my career path. And I picked up very early on in life because I had mentors and that both taught these to me and broke these down to me, but also put me down a path of studying and reading to understand more about building teams and the dynamics of relationships and how that matters and what it really means to lead. And I think in some aspects we've lost what that means, right? And part of that in leadership and principles is having what's called this, developing a mindset for success, right? And really, we could break it down even further, but I'm gonna focus on the mindset for success. And when you are putting yourself into a situation where you have to accomplish something, right? It's the way you approach it and think about it that is going to drive the actions that happen. If any of you played sports in high school or just sports, period, if you went into a match, right, and you thought to yourself and your teammates, we're going to lose, right? You've already lost the game without even starting the competition, because already your mindset is not on the path of what it's going to take to succeed. You're already thinking that you're going to lose. So you're thinking about the losing plays that may happen. You're thinking about the ways that this won't work out in your favor. And you're kind of starting to manifest those things already. And what you're doing is when those things start to maybe come up in that match, you go, man, see, this is exactly what I thought was going to happen. You start to shut down. So you're not trying. You take that into any career, business, wherever it is, any part of your life, it's going to be the same thing. It's developing a mindset of what you want to accomplish and putting it out there and kind of manifesting what it is, the end goal that you want to see. Right? Now, it's not magic. It's not saying, well, I want this to happen this way, so it's going to happen exactly this way. But it's more so setting out a plan of, if I'm going to start at point A and get to point B, what is it going to take for me to get to my destination? And what does it look like when I reach that destination? And that's what I want. That's the end goal that I want. I am going to reach that destination. And it's learning to take on the things that help you to develop and keep that mindset of, okay, this is what it's going to do to successfully do this project, to successfully deliver this feature, or successfully do this job the way that it needs to be done. And how that falls into leadership is that what you will find is that good leaders do this naturally, or it seems they do it naturally. They built that up over time, and that they have this mindset that not only they have, but they reflect upon their team, and they help their team to develop those things as well. Because one thing as a leader, what you want to have is unity, and making sure that everybody's on the same page. You get that unity by having a clear vision that everybody can connect to. And that clear vision that connects everybody together is part of that success mindset of, we will successfully do this thing. Now I need you as part of my team member to believe that. So what do I have to do to work with you to develop those habits, develop the things to get you to have that belief and start to have that mindset? And it becomes infectious. It really does, right? If you've ever been around in a room with a, what they would call like a serial optimist, right? You just can't help but to be optimists. When everything they say is, no, we're going to do this, we're going to find a way this, we're going to find a way that, you just start to say like, yeah, maybe we'll find a way. And the opposite is true as well. If somebody's just a negative person, like, you will find every reason to think something will not work. And, it's interesting that as in anything, right, whether it's business, whether it's life, in your career path, there are all these things that, we've heard time and time again, these soft skills that are never really developed or taught, but really become the essence of what it means to succeed in anything. It's understanding, your mindset and controlling that. It's understanding what it means to really be a leader, and creating relationships with people, and using those relationships to not only understand more about that person, but to help them achieve what it is that their goal is, right? And then how that goal reaches into your overall goal as a team leader or organization or whatever you're trying to do. And why we hear these sports analogies so much is because it's the one place where you see that, like, often over and over again. You have a bunch of individuals trying to get to one common goal, right? And if you do not quickly get to that goal and figure out how all to go on that same page, you won't be successful. Sports forces you to learn how to work together, right? To learn how to put in these kind of principles of leaderships, to learn how to put in this certain mindset. Right now, whether or not you're super successful, you win a championship or not, at some level you get that. Now, if you're on a team that does win a championship, or you get this high level of success, what you see and what is the implementation of those principles and what they can result at the highest level, right? And it's often why you see college athletes that have won championship, is successful. They transition over into successful careers in corporate, because again, they understand and know those principles of what it means to team build, what it means to have like a successful mindset, and to be driven and to keep pushing towards things. And so it's any time in life for me that things tend to come up a lot. It's one of those things that I take time to reflect. And so I figured, look, this week on the C3 Live, let's talk about it, right? And I wanted to kind of give some of my experience with this. And people ask me how I've developed certain things for success and how I look at things. And it all breaks down to mindset, right? When I really thought about it, is I had to work probably when I was about 24, 25 on my mindset and how I looked at things, how I approach things. I was always very technical. I was always very logical, so I could see something and break it down. But beyond that, like, what was the approach in my mind that I was thinking of how I would achieve such a goal? I was very negative, honestly, when I was younger, and that I would look at something and I would think of all the ways that something wouldn't work, right? And immediately my brain would shut down and go, well, this won't work. Here's all these reasons why. So my brain would stop thinking of the ways, well, what are the ways that it would work? And so I started to kind of reverse engineer that and lead myself down the other way and say, okay, here's this obstacle, or here's this thing that I want to accomplish. What are all the ways that I can make this happen? Right? This can happen. I can do this, or I can do that. Now I still track all the things of the reasons why it won't work, but I've turned it into a game of, if I think something won't work, then flip it and say, okay, it won't work for this reason. Okay, well, what can I do to mitigate that thing, right? That I'm thinking, right? If I can't do this because excuse me, I don't have $10,000. Okay. Well, how much do I have? Or what could I do to create the $10,000? Or is there another way to get this without it being $10,000, right? Continue to push your mindset to come up with solutions instead of just shutting down and saying, well, no, there's no answer to that, right? And it's, I think that's something that, most people just kind of pick up from being around the right networks and mentors. But I do think it's something that, we need to make sure, especially in our community, that is freely taught, just like it's math or science. These are things, networking, again, leadership principles, mindset. These are things that are needed, that you have to understand and master in order to keep moving and, quote unquote, be successful in what you want to do. And successful doesn't necessarily mean you end up being a multimillionaire or whatever, but you just want to achieve certain goals consistently. You're going to need this. And, it's interesting to start. I think now I'm thinking of an idea that I kind of want to have in, some of my co-founders and some of my other team members, do another pod about this, because they've been in the military. And I think another area where you see this is the military. Now it's a little different because it is drilled into you, right? Programmed, I would say, like into you to have like a certain mindset. We've all seen the stereotypes of Marines and how they are and things of that nature. But it's too, it's done for a reason, right? You absolutely honestly believe, you have that mindset that this is what we can do. We can accomplish this thing, right? Nothing in front of us will stop us, and we will do this. This is how we keep going. And we see how that's applied. And there's a reason, psychologically why that's done is because it truly is. If you can't see it here first, it doesn't exist. Anything that exists in this world, anything, right? Started up here in somebody's mind. They imagined it. They thought about it. They said, what if we could do this? What if I could build this? What if I could do this? Right. And it's that mindset, but I can accomplish this thing. I can do this thing, that kept them going back to try and make this thing happen. Right. Whether it was drawing out the architecture for it and then getting a blueprint and then finding out how to manufacture it. Right. Whatever it is, it started out of nothing. It started here. And then it was the mindset developing towards, I'm going to make this thing happen. How do I make this thing happen? I run into an obstacle. This doesn't work. I still want to make this thing happen. It's that mindset that allowed that thing to actually exist and come into fruition. And it's those type of things. Again, you look at the military, right? And how our armed officers, our military is trained, right? To look at a situation and go through a situation to say, this is what we are going to do, right? So that way, when you need to react to something, it is not even a thought anymore. It's just a reaction, right? It's the same type of thing when you're looking at, developing a mindset for success. So look, everybody, like I said, super, super short pod today. I apologize. We'll get back to the normal C3 conversations and stuff. Coming soon. Like I said, there are some updates coming. We are doing a rebrand. We're adding in some new segments to the C3 podcast coming this summer. Excited about that. That's currently in the planning sessions. But like I told you, your boy is tired. So I am going to go get some sleep and relax and get through the rest of this week. Again, thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody who's been rocking with us at Ebony Ascent. All our Day One members, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. If you are watching this and you're like, yo, I want to know about this, I want to be a part of this movement, again, go to ebonyascent.com, sign up, subscribe, join the Day One crew, be a part of us as we build this community this year. Thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. Continue to check it out. Continue to engage with us. Leave comments, send us emails. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. We love to hear the feedback. And that's going to be it for tonight. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to get some rest. Y'all know what it is. To the next cocktails, to the next conversation. Y'all stay safe out there.